Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This episode number 2766 and Doubleshot 2660. Once again, a Sandman trade and a Starman trade. The Sandman trade is not from the Sandman trade book. This is a mini-series set in the future. This is Sandman, Mystery Theater, Sleep of Reason. It's a spin-off book featuring a future version of Sandman. Yes, a guy by the name of Karen Marshall, who's basically Sandman in Afghanistan during the Afghan War. With book not written by, it's not written by Matt Wagner, it's written by John A. Reber with Eric Nuggan in the artwork. The cover is by Tim Broadstreet. And it's only 5 issues. And the whole thing, this book is set in Afghanistan. Basically, it's all about just a new character who only gets miniseries and never mentioned ever again. If you're curious, when the heck was the book released? 2007. Yeah. It's an okay miniseries, but it's not Mystery Theater, the one I know, but okay. Next up we have is Starman Omnibus Volume 3. This book contains, well, first, of course, the artwork is, well, still James Tony Harris is the creative team with the digital pencilers. Stephen Yall, Gene Ha, Mitch Barr, J. Williams III, Brent Fibbins, Michael Azzoli, Richard Pace, Dustin Abel, Mark Buckingham, Phil Jimenez, Lee Weeks, and Stefano Granillo. Here's also another fun fact. With this, I'm halfway through the omnibuses. Yes. This book contains The Shade, the entire 4-issue miniseries, Starman Volume 2, issues 30-38, Starman A number 2, and Starman Secret Files number 1. So, okay, so basically the Shade miniseries is this. It's basically Shade from about 1838 to basically present day. The whole thing is basically about his history with the Ludlows. The Ludlows are a family of people who hate Shade for reasons. So he has killed various members of the Ludlow family. And also, he killed a superhero who was a Ludlow. You're thinking, who did he kill? He killed the Spider. Who? The Spider, a character of the 7-episode Victory. Okay, that's a group I kind of like. If you're casual, but you may have kind of heard of the group, mainly because they showed up on Just Like Unlimited, or you may have heard of the name in various comics, or seen the name per se. Okay, the 7 Soldiers of Victory, the original concept of them, the group was comprised of Green Arrow, Speedy, who is currently Arsenal, the Crimson Avenger, Shining Knight, Spider joined a little bit later. I think at one point he was part of it, then he just did something else. They were not a Golden Age. They were not a group who got a Golden Age retcon like they did with also Squadrons. They actually had a series. They were the lead feature of Leading Comics for 14 issues. Yeah, they were like one of 2 supergroups DC had at that time. The other being the JSA. And this whole miniseries explored Shade history. Even has a counter with the whole thing with Spider. It's like it leads into stuff related to with the Jay Garrick Flash. It's a really fun miniseries. He also kind of in a way ends his, like, by the end of the miniseries, he finally ends his feud with the Ludlows. Beginning with issue number 30, basically it's just, well, we have Jack and Sadie St. Clair, who they are a little later. She actually related to one of the Starmen. No, not the original one. No. One of the other one. They don't really live later. But Jack, for some reason, is drawn like a little different than usual. I'm not sure why. But yeah, so, excuse me. Yeah, it's mostly put just, oh, and by the way, Jack made a deal with his father, is that his father focused on the whole thing with his science, and he focused on his superhero. which Ted had no problem with that, given the fact he was old and the fact that his wife died. Yeah. In the Golden Age stories, Ted did have a girlfriend named Doris, and Doris is not Jack and David's mother. It's a completely different woman who was created for this series, who died. Yep. So we deal with this pirate here, and so it's like, yeah, let's have basically a pirate time, basically with Jack Knight. And running into Copperhead. Yes, a familiar DC villain. And no, this is not the female one. This is the male one. The original Copperhead. Yes, they made the female one canon in the current continuity. Yeah, goes a little adventure. And then basically move on to Starman 33, where we have a guest star appearance here because we deal with basically Solomon Grundy. We deal with Alan Scott, who at this point is known as Sentinel. Guest appearance with him, also with Batman and the Philonic Man. Yep, Starman's here. And Batman's here too. And the whole thing is basically trying to deal with Solomon Grundy. That's kind of in a way what this issue is deal with Solomon Grundy. And that's kind of what this story arc is, basically find the real Solomon Grundy. Yep. So he gets basically upon ice, and the whole thing with the alien Starman. It's weird that Philonic Man has worked with Batman, given the fact that around the same time this book came out, he was a villain for Stork and Shadow the Bat. Yes, seriously. So Jack and Sandy basically have sex. And we also got seen here by Captain Marvel, not Shazam, Captain Marvel, Let's Be Superman, and of course Shay, who's anti-hero. Oh, by the way, here's Will Pratt. He was the Starman in the previous volume, and this is basically Batman Batman just happened to be in this issue 36. Well, the whole issue is focused on the previous one from 1990. Yeah, this whole book is focused on him, which I love the fact this issue is focused on him. Him work with Batman. Here's here with Mon-El, who at one point was Valor. Yeah, apparently he also had many love interests, including Power Girl, Phantom Lady, a couple other ladies here. I'm like, wait a minute. Starman dated Power Girl? I'm like, damn. Yeah, it's basically all about him. I do appreciate James Armstrong doing this. And then we have number... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, yeah, this book does contain number 2. And number 2 is basically... I love the cover here. This is basically done by Tony Harris. It's done in a classic pulp noir style. Yeah. So this annual here was the final ever annual release for Starman, because he had no more annuals released after this. He had other books featured in, but not this, but no more annuals. Nope. So this whole annual is focused on the relationship of Jack and Sadie, which I like this relationship. There's matching up at JSA, but he has not joined him just yet. That will happen for a couple more years, though he joins a reserve member. So basically, Sadie tells a little bit of history. It's all basically developing a relationship between Jack and Sadie throughout this book. And then we have a story cut straight to Ted Knight and the original Black Canary, who fight Sportsmaster and Tigress, also the Mist too. And then these two have sex, despite the fact both these two are very happily married. And, well, this Black Canary would never have a daughter who became the second Black Canary, thanks to Recon. And Ted, of course, would have 2 sons. So, which is a heat of passion. They did it together, and then some PI found out about it, and it's like it was going to ruin their relationship, but they basically able to quash very quickly. And, like, this whole story here, this is actually set basically on the same time as Brave and the Bold number 6162, which is the team between the two of them. So, it's just Jack telling the story about them. And playing a strongman here with, I think, with David, maybe David's early adventure. And jump straight back to the main book, where this is a really cool issue here, where you have Jack with David, and they go to dinner, where he's there, and at this table is Rex Tyler, the original Iron Man, Al Pritt, Red B, the original Dr. Midnight, Zadara, Zatanna's father, and I think that was it. So, okay, yeah. They went Miss Terrific, Terry Salone, who got killed by a villain from the JSA, Red B, who was not big of a character, Iron Man, Zadara, Black Canary, Dr. Midnight, and the Atom. Basically, that Jack does bring up to Black Canary. It's like, you're a friend of my father's. Yes. His special friend. Implying he does know the fact these two slept together. And she's like, who told you that? Wesley Dodds. He's just like, man, Wesley was basically a quiet guy, but he loves to blab about people's personal lives. Seriously. I love this issue. It's so awesome. Focusing on the various members here. Not much of a B per se, but damn, really good book. And the whole thing with Terrific is so interesting. Oh, by the way, in case you're curious though, has he ever met his successor? Michael Holt. He has. Via time travel. In the story JSA, when Pat Dugan tried to interfere with the timeline, so he had the Jason go back in time to the 50s with segregation. Yes. So, really fun issue. And we went 38. Where this issue here focuses on Nash. And she's here with her son. And, okay. Now, who is the father? It's Jack. Yep, it's Jack. Now you're thinking, wait a minute. Jack's with Sadie. How the heck was this possible? Nash drugged him and raped him. Yep, off panel. Thank you, James Roberts, for not showing that. Yes, so, as for why the heck she did this for is beyond me. And the whole issue, her son is butt naked, no diaper or anything. I'm like, seriously? Nash, you do know you can get him a diaper. Or at least something to wear. Nope, he spends the whole issue butt naked. She at one point looks like she's about to take off her own dress. Yes, I'm like, seriously, lady. This is your son, and you're basically getting naked from your own son? What is wrong with you? And then we have sort of a reunion of the jail Justice League Europe, where you have members consisting of Blue Devil, Ice Maiden, Firestorm, Amazing Man, and Crimson Fox. And the plan falls apart because all members, except Firestorm, all get murdered by Nash for reasons I'm explaining here. Firestorm, I think this was the first appearance he made since the end of since he appeared in Showcase. So, yeah, they're pretty much all going to kill. Ice gets it someplace. So, Firestorm is the one who doesn't die here. He doesn't die until 2004. Yes, he got killed by the Shadow Thief, a Hawkman villain, by using the Sword of the Crimson Knight. Yes. So yeah, Robbie Raven is still alive here for another 7 years before Brad Millitzer killed him off in Identity Crisis. So yeah, but Blue Devil will survive this too. And Nash, as a reward, just keeps Crimson Fox's estate. The book ends with, oh yeah, let's have basically Nash and her naked son go meet his father, Jack Knight. I'm like, Nash, get this boy some freaking clothes. And then we have where Jack kind of gets his tattoos here. The way he's already have, like the big cross tattoo on his back. Talk about his brother. Yeah. And that's kind of the issue in a nutshell. Then we have from Secret Files, we actually have like a biography of like various characters. We have so Jack is actually the 7th Starman. So the 1st and 6th Starman is Ted and his son David. The Mist family, which is comprised of the Mist and, well, yeah, Nash. So then you have Starman 2, 5, and 2, 4, and 5. The second one, who is a one-shot character who appeared. Well, here's the thing about him. He first appeared in a Batman story, so it kind of is part of the Starman, the Prince Gavin character. He's considered to be the 4th Starman. The 5th one is basically Will Payton. I'm like, okay, so who's the 3rd Starman? Oh yeah, 3rd. Okay, I forgot. So we have Shade here. So yeah, and of course the 3rd Starman is the Alien Starman, and does picture by the O'Dare family. And we have a thing about Opal City. And Jack's, staff. And that's it. This book, another really good book. Like I said, with the last book, amazing series. Give this book a 10 out of 10. Check it out. You would love this series. Like, if you're a fan of old school DC Comics, if you don't like the current stuff, check out this series. I think it might be still in print. I'm not sure. I managed to get these from the library, and I got the first book a while ago from Ollie's, local Ollie's, for about, I think it's about $4. For really cheap, but I was kind of hoping to eventually find the other 5 volumes, but nope. So I decided, wait a minute, I have a local library I can order from, so I ordered these books. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it, particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications, and do hit the dislike button. Stay tuned for all later for reviews more for my 6th anime, which is Art Steven's Lemma, Konosuba, Miss Steam Academy, That's Never Slime, Case Closed, and Blue Black Butler, along with there's no more comic corners I can think of, but there is of course Seven Prints also. So I'll see you all later. Bye.